State Police, State Patrol. I just came from that way. I didn't see nothing. Although admittedly, before I left the house, there was a commotion out there. He may be late to get to it. Maybe he writes the ticket. Maybe he came a long distance. Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. I'm going to explain that boring introductory clip that I recorded just as I was driving along yesterday, going into town by the back way. Now it's Friday. What you saw there was yesterday, Thursday, and I was, among other things, waiting for a video to render, looking at some of the local news. Thank you, WFMY in Greensboro. Fleeing driver crashes and overturns in Randolph County, troopers say. Now, I'm in Randolph County, and that state patrol car with the siren on was going to where this car had overturned. And I'm going to show you that I know what I'm talking about. As I said in that opening clip, just before I left the house, something was going on out here on 64. But it was kind of different. I didn't know what it was. And then I want to go into town. I go out, get in the car, and I go down the road, and the state trooper is coming with his lights and siren. 15 minutes later, Highway Patrol officials said the driver of the car was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. A vehicle pursuit involving a sheriff's deputy ended Thursday with a crash that left the car overturned and 2 people seriously injured. The chase began after a deputy observed a vehicle at a gas station on US 64 and identified the driver as a person with multiple outstanding misdemeanor and felony warrants. When the deputy attempted to take the driver into custody, she refused to exit the car and fled the scene, dragging the deputy a short distance before he was able to disengage safely and call for assistance. A vehicle pursuit begins on US 64, Highway 64. Now, in a minute, I'm going to show you a map. I think the gas station was the one at the next light, 1/8 of a mile down the road. The same intersection where I just showed you a video yesterday, where there'd been a big two vehicle collision, and it was held all the traffic up. They're trying to clear it at dusk. There's 2 gas stations there. I'm almost certain they're talking about the beginning of this occurred right there. And what I heard here that sounded strange was the deputy pursuing, because I heard a car speeding. And then I heard sirens. Usually they're coming this way. Something originated from there. A vehicle pursuit began on US Highway 64. Highway Patrol's officials said, now this is from the write-up, said the driver ran off the road, hit a mailbox, and regained control before continuing about a mile south onto Granville Lane. Now that's not written quite right. As the perp is going this way, either still on 64 or having just turned off of it, she hits something and almost loses control of the car, so it's high-speed driving, but regains and the pursuit continues. On Granville Lane, the vehicle crossed the center line on Granville Lane. This is later in the pursuit. The vehicle crossed the center line, overcorrected, struck a culvert, and overturned. Then they named who it was. She wasn't driving wearing a seatbelt, and she was ejected from the car. Her passenger she were transported to the area hospitals with serious injuries. There was a third occupant who was unharmed and released at the scene. And then it goes on to why they were chasing her. Reckless driving, driving while license revoked, felony identity theft, resisting a public officer, multiple counts of failure to appear in Randolph and Forsyth counties that would be in court. What I'm going to do next is take you on the pursuit route, starting from here. But what you have to understand is the pursuit actually began 1/8 of a mile that way, and now we come to my crossroad, and we're going to follow what happened all the way to the crash site. So let's begin. Hello folks, this is Steve AB4EL. This is going to be what I propose as the pursuit route. Now there'll be times when I'll speak, but in between I'm going to speed the video up because it involves several miles. So she's running at high speed and the deputies are after her. All right, somewhere along here, she hit something, almost lost control of her car. So apparently she's making a decision she needs to get off of US 64. Because what's next is Ramseur, and she'll have to slow down for the lights and the traffic. So she turns right here. Onto a country road. And it won't be too much longer. Somebody's building a house when she'll make another turn onto Granville Lane. They've harvested the corn. Ditto for the upcoming field on the right. You can see it's very country, wide 2 lanes. Look, this isn't Grantville. Hang on. Should be coming up. Remember, this is at high speed. That's Wright Farm. She's got the sheriff's deputies behind her. This field has been prepared for winter wheat. The corn's been harvested on the left. And I bet you that's Grantville coming up. And this is Grantville Lane. Now she turns here. That bow on the sign probably means there was an accident near here. It might have been from yesterday. Now what we're going to look for is, can we see any sign where there may have been a crash? Yeah, that's right, it's all farms. We're coming to a bridge or a creek. It said she hit a culvert, lost control, crossed over, and flipped and crashed. Now you can tell by what it looks like, just from the picture of the crashed vehicle. I couldn't see any landmarks, distinguishing landmarks that would have guided me to where it is. So this is the pursuit route, but we haven't yet seen where it might have had the crash. Yeah, this is a long road. I think I just saw it. I think I just saw it. Hang on. That building to the left is a chicken run. In case you don't know what they look like. Yeah, they grow chickens in there. Now, maybe it's just as well we came down this far because it educates us. This is Buffalo Ford Road. Oh, this is Buffalo Ford Road. I'm looking through all the... Okay, we're good. The state patrol officer, I said, most likely would have come along Buffalo Ford Road and then turned onto this part of Grantville Lane. And I saw something that could have been an indication of where that car went off the road. Right here. Right here. There's tire tracks off the road. This is probably where she lost it. Let me get my camera. I'm out of the car. We've just come back this way. There's a tire mark there. This is probably a tow truck. This is where it happened. This is where it happened. Okay? And Buffalo Ford Road is just down there, so the route of the state patrol car made sense. It turned off of 42 onto Iron Mountain Road. It went up a couple of roads turned to the right onto Buffalo Ford Road, and then came to here and turned, and he's just got like a quarter of a mile, and he's at the accident scene. This is it. You see how far they had to chase her. Crime scene recreate. Now I'll go climb Faith Rock Trail. All right, folks. No traffic coming. So that's the recreate. Isn't it beautiful? Some of the trees have already changed their colors. Steve AB4Yo. Just enjoying the fall weather, saying see you in 73.